Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the vlog. So yesterday, finally got the chance to go out to the local track here in Oklahoma City, and it was a real shitty day, to be honest. It was supposed to rain, and we were pretty much avoiding the rain the whole day, the whole night. It would sprinkle a little bit, and then it would like come a little bit hard, and then it would sprinkle a little bit again, and then it just continued to rain, and they had to cancel the event, and didn't really get to mess with my suspension or nothing like that, or just work on my 60-foot. So the first time out on the track, best time out of it was a 12.27. I know, I'm a little pissed, I'm a little upset, but like I said, it was a real shitty day. And the track was just not the best track out there. But I got some good runs in. I got 3 runs. And about that, it's a little bit of story time for the vlog. I don't know if he knows me or whatnot, but I'm not going to say any names. It's just a story, that happened yesterday. So it was me and my friends, my wife, and we were just, hanging out around his truck, and this guy decides to say, "Hey, you trying to run him?" And I was like, fuck it, why not? He's like, "You trying to run him for $50? I was like, shit, I don't want to lose money, because it was a C6 vet, and you can't trust nobody out there, honestly. You don't know if he's spraying. You don't know if he's supercharged or whatever, So I was like, man, I'm not trying to spend any money. I'm not trying to vet for money. I'm trying to do it for fun. He was like, damn. And so he thought about it. He's like, it's just an intake and tune, Corvette, nothing big. And I was like, yeah, man, but I ain't trying to bet. I just got my car back, and I'm not even sure what it's gonna run. I don't even know if it's gonna keep up with you. And sure enough, I was like, man, whatever, let's go. But for fun, I'm not going to bet. And he was like, all right, go get your car. Let's go. And so I went and got my car, set up my GoPro. And actually, I had a shitty-ass micro SD card on the GoPro that I got all the runs, but it would freeze whenever I would save the videos. So I don't have the runs from yesterday or from Friday night. I wish I did. That way I could show you guys how bad I smashed them. But according to him, he wasn't hooking. But I mean, that really isn't my problem. A win to win from start to finish. You get me? So anyways, we ended up racing, and we pulled up to the starting line. He was like, "You ain't trying to do it for $20?" I was like, man, this motherfucker's a hustler. Whatever. I was like, all right, $20 it is. Got off his car. We shook hands, and I was like, fuck it, it's locked in, $20. So I was kind of nervous at first. I was like, man, it's $20, but it's $20, whatever. And we pull up to the line. I wish I had the fucking video. I swear, I wish I had the video. But anyway, we pulled up, did my burnout, heated up the tires real good. He staged first, and then I bumped in a little bit, a little slowly. And I don't have a trans brake, or I don't have any sort of those badass stuff that you see out there. So I was doing the foot brake, and I have a 3500 stock converter. So I revved it up to 3,000. I didn't want to, because I think after 3,000, my car's probably going to start moving forward because of my brakes. Still on GT brakes. I wish I'm going to upgrade to the Cobra brakes eventually. Anyways, so that was our first run, and that's when I ran a 12.27. As you can see right here. 12.27, and then a 12.26 was his run. But the bet was from start to finish, not the best time. So if you look at this, he would have smashed. I mean, he spun real bad off the line on this first run, but I still beat him because I crossed the finish line first. It might not show it on here, but I crossed the finish line first. And so yeah, that was our first run. It was a pretty good run. Honestly, I was pretty happy about it. It felt good. The car felt real good. So we get to the finish line, and you know, he at the end of the track, you can pull over and talk for a little bit or whatever. And so he pulls over, and so obviously I'm gonna stop too, so I can claim my $20. And he was like, "Man, dude, I wasn't hooking. I kept spinning, but if you look at it, I was right behind you, and this and that. Let's do a rerun again for the $20." I was like, "Motherfucker, damn it!" And I knew where we were going. I knew where this was leading. So I was kind of like, at this point, I was like, I'm not gonna get those $20. I know what kind of dude I'm dealing with. I'm not gonna get those $20. So I was like, fuck it, let's do it again. And so, sure enough, we pull up. He starts talking to me a little bit, like trying to become friendly and shit. And we stage again. He gets lane 1, I get lane 2 again. I get right lane, he gets left lane. And you know, sure enough, I take off on him again. Halfway down the track, he's still about 3 cars behind me. With that top end, he hooked and caught up to me. So right before the finish line, he passed me. Because honestly, you know, Chevy has a really good top end, and Ford doesn't. And me being a 2-valve is horrible. But on that run, he did a 12.22 with a reaction time of 0.03. 0.003, so it was pretty badass. But again, he spun off the light. He stayed there for a little bit. And my run was a 12.38 on that second run, which is horrible. So you guys already know that at that point, he beat me. You know, I was like, fuck it, we're even. You know, I don't owe him money. He doesn't owe me money. He beat me, so we're tied. So he pulled over to the side again, and we start talking. He's like, "Man, bro, that was a better run. I got you at the end. And, you know, pay up." I was like, "What? No, I'm not going to pay up. I beat you once, you beat me once. We're tied. The fuck you mean pay up?" And so at that point, he was like, "Well, let's do it one more time, bro. Just one more time." And I was like, damn. I was like, fucking shit. I didn't want to. Honestly. I was just like, man, this guy's just not going to leave me alone till he gets the $20. So I was like, man, whatever, let's do it. I already know you're just going to smash me, but whatever. And so enough, we staged again. There's a little bit of water coming in. So we stopped for like 10 minutes maybe. No, not 10 minutes, but like 5 minutes the most. And we get staged again. He gets left lane, I get right lane. Do my good burnout. Here it comes. Boom. He jumped. He literally jumped. At that moment, I was like, yes. And so I told my wife about it. I was like, yeah, I'm racing. We bet $20. So hopefully I win. But sure enough, that's not the win I wanted. But I still got the win. So he jumped. He ran an 11.9. I ran like a 12.5 because I saw that he jumped. And I was like, you know what? He jumped. I'm not even going to try. Whatever. I won automatically. And we get to the end. And here comes the problems. He was like, man, bro, that's a badass run. Now, that's when I was hooked. That's when I hooked. That was a good run. My best run tonight was an 11.2. But I got this one. So pay up, brother. I was like, bitch. Nah. You jump, bro. I was like, you jump, bro. Come on. How are you gonna tell me to pay up when you jumped? He was like, man, bro, but like, look at the time. Like, regardless whether I would have jumped or not, like, I got you. I was like, I don't care. Like, do you not know the street race rules? Like, do you not know the track rate rules? If this would have been $1,000 payout and you would have jumped, I would have won. Like, I would have gotten the money regardless. Because why? You jumped. You red lighted, whatever you want to say. You jumped, so you pay up. So here comes the talk, like, it's because, bro, like, the lights are moving so fast, the way my torque converter is set up, and all this nonsense. And I was like, man, this is some bullshit, honestly. Like, and we were way the fuck back there at the end of the track. I said, honestly, I'm not about to argue with him. I'm done. I'm just gonna let him keep his $20. It's just $20. I'm still kind of pissed because that's how much I paid to go in, so I pretty much could have been in there for free. And so I was like, you know what? Let's call it even. It's done. I don't want to race you anymore. I don't want to race someone like you anymore. So it's done, bro. Like, just leave it as it is and call it even. Because clearly I beat him 2 times out of 3. But some people just can't take a loss. So in this case, I was just like, you know what? Whatever. It's over. I'm just going to go cool down my car and practice my runs, because that's what I came here for. I didn't come to race people for money. I came to practice, get my shit done, and adjust my suspension as I needed. So I didn't even get to enjoy my time there because the whole time I was trying to race, or I was trying to win $20. But in the end of the day, you know, he wasn't expecting a GT being that fast. He thought he was picking on some kid that didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Which he backed me up pretty good. And generally, I wish I would have ran an 11, but that night, last night, Friday, whatever, I wasn't going to cut it. So, you know, this is a little story time about what happened Friday night at the Fun and Grudge. Shit night, rainy, couldn't get the times down. Best run was a 12.2, and I didn't get paid. And that's probably what the most pissed off part about it is, that I didn't get paid even though I won 2 out of 3. Regardless of the times, I won because it's from start to finish, and won because he red lighted. But I wasn't going to fight with him. I was just, you know what, whatever, let it go. We're done. I'm done racing you. He still wanted to race me again. He was like, I'll do $40 and you do 20, bro. If you win, you just pay me 20. If I win, you just pay me 20, bro, and we'll call it even. And I was like, so if you lose and you red light again, you're gonna have to pay me 60. Are you gonna go through that bullshit again? That's when I was like, nah, whatever, we're done. You know, I'm not racing you again. I'm not racing you overall. And never again I'm gonna bet somebody like that ever, because they don't keep your word. Come on, we shook on it. We shook on it. And so, anyways, that's what it is. You know, it is what it is. You can't always win them. You can't always claim what you bet, because it's just going to get nasty. But in other words, I wish I could have posted the videos with this vlog, but my micro SD card was shit. And every time I click save, it would just freeze, and then it just had to take the battery out in order to get the GoPro to work again. So those files are pretty much like bad. So I couldn't. If not, I would show you guys the videos. But anyways, if you guys like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you guys have any comments about the story, let me know. If you dealt with this before too, let me know, because it's just horrible. You know, people like that are ruining it for everybody out there. It makes you not even want to bet, because, or race them overall, because they just might not pay up. But with that being said, if you're stopping for the first time, don't forget to subscribe. And hit the little bell up in the right corner of it. That way you guys get notification whenever I upload a new video. I hope you guys having a good day, and take care.